like, what if there's blood on it? What if there's fungus on it? Like, they were so freaking nasty. And I was like, aren't you supposed to put that in barbicide or something? And they were
like, whatever you learn in school, you keep it there.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have my iced coffee. So today's video is going to be a little mini story time, but I think I'm going to title it Why I Became a Self-Employed Nail Tech instead of like my experience working at a nail salon. I just don't want to bash the nail salon stuff because not every nail salon is bad, but I'm just going to explain everything, like my experience working in other nail salons and why I chose to be a self-employed nail tech, basically. There's a lot of noise in this house today, so if y'all see me distracted, I'm sorry, but I just hear too much people and I get distracted. Okay. You guys like my hairdo? I'm trying something new. I haven't done this in so long. Anyway, let me stop. Okay, so let's get to the video and I'll explain to you what happened and why, like I said, I became a self-employed nail tech. So if you guys want to know why and my experience, keep on watching. Okay guys, so let's get started. Okay, so let's go back into a little time capsule thing. So I went to nail school in 2014. I'm just making sure. Sometimes I forget and I look at my plaque. So I graduated December 2014. I had to look at it because I always say 2015 and I'm discrediting myself 1 year. So I did graduate from nail school. I got certified in 2014 in December. So, oh, this chair. So, you know, they really don't teach you anything in nail school. They teach you the basics. So when you go and work into a salon, you are pretty much thrown into the sharks. That's how I felt, because I felt like I didn't know how to do anything properly. I felt like because of the teacher I had. I think it really depends on what school, what teacher, because the school that I had a great teacher in the morning and a horrible one in the, and a horrible one in the evenings, which is when I would go. At the end, towards the end of the year, I did decide to change to the morning teacher, and I was like, whoa, they know so much that my evening class doesn't know. So morning classes are like 8 hours, evening classes are like 4 hours, I believe. So anyway, besides, that's not the point, but I did notice that, like I was saying, like it depends on the teacher, because that little 2 weeks I think that I had left with her, she taught me a lot. So let's just go to the point. So I was thrown out to the sharks, not knowing nothing, didn't know how to do a real, like I knew the basics kind of the pedicure, but I didn't really know like everything. Like I just felt like, and then you know, you get anxious because you're like, this is new, whatever. So my first place I go to, you guys, I think I should tell you about like little details in every salon I went to, because I went to a couple. So I hope this is not a long video, but because I did go to a couple to try them out. So the first place I went to was like a very high-end type of nail salon, somewhere downtown from where I live. And this is where people with money go, basically. It was a nice salon, but I was new, and the lady was like, oh, so since you just got out of school, and I didn't know this when I went there, but a lot of the girls that went to my school directly went to that nail salon. Yeah, so I went into this place. It was high-end and didn't know nothing. Like I said, I found out like a lot of the girls that went to my school were sent there. I didn't know that. Like it was kind of like a little intern thing that they would watch, and then they would get the job after when they learned the basics. But I went there and the lady was kind of like a bee. She was like a bee. Like I didn't like how she was. She was annoying. Oh, there goes another text. Oh. Anyway, it's the same girl. Anyway, so she was a bee and I didn't like her attitude. She would like she would just like be passive aggressive with the girls that were working there. Like it was just annoying. Like when I went there, she wanted to see my work, which I barely had anything on my page. I had like literally stuff that I was practicing on my nail hand. So she was like, do you have an Instagram? And I was like, yeah. And it literally looked horrible. I'm gonna try to insert like what my Instagram looked like before and what it looks like now. Okay, so you guys get the image of what she was looking at. It was bad. So then she was like, well, what we can do is, you could watch girls here and you could pick up what they do so you can learn. And I was like, okay, I guess. And it's kind of sucked because when it was like not that far from my house, but still it was a drive. It was like 20-25 minutes to get there. The worst part was you had to park either on the side of the road and pay. I live in Florida. That's not a thing here. Like, I'm not from this ain't New York. Like, I hate that. So anyway, there was parking meters and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not even getting paid and I gotta so I just ended up going to park it in the garage, which I still had to pay a lot. I forgot how much it was. It was like, I don't know why, but it was like $8. I don't know. It was a lot just for freaking going to, but whatever. I was like, whatever, I'm gonna do this. I want to learn, blah, blah, blah. So the second day I go and I'm looking at this girl. She's like from my school too, and I didn't know that when I was there. So I was just watching her and she kind of looked like, okay. She didn't seem like she was bothered actually that I was watching her. She was fine with it or whatever, but I don't know. I just didn't feel too comfortable just asking her questions and stuff. And then I felt kind of weird overshadowing her, which I mean, you kind of have to do that. Sometimes it depends when you're trying to learn, it's fine to shadow people. That's exactly how you learn. But I was just like, I don't know if this is for me. Like, do I got time to be sitting around just looking until I learn? I mean, don't let that hinder you from thinking about doing that, because sometimes nowadays I've heard there's nail salons that are willing to train and they'll be like, we're gonna make you one of our best. We want only the best, so we'll train to make you the best. That's great. But I didn't feel like that was the case in this nail salon. So I just got annoyed, and she was so passive aggressive with the other girls, and she would say like little rude remarks while they were working in front of clients. So I was like, this ain't for me. I forgot what she was saying to this one girl. This girl was doing a pedicure and she said something to her and she was just like belittling her. I don't even remember what it was, but it left a bad taste in my mouth. So the third day I was like, I'm not coming back. I called her, I'm like, thank you for the opportunity, but this is not for me, so whatever. She was like, okay, bye. And so she hangs up and I was like, whatever, babe. I was like, whatever, lady. So that was the first place. So I remember she wanted me to do a trial before I move on to the second place. She wanted me to try a French, I think, yeah, I guess because this is before ombres were a big thing. So she was like, do a French pink and white on me. And I was like, okay. And I was like, I practiced it before, but I'm not that good at it. So she saw it and she was like, guys, it wasn't the best anyway, so I don't blame her. But still, she's just very like, ugh, like her freaking attitude, her energy was so gross. I just didn't want to be around her. So that's why I really didn't go back. So that's why I was like, bye, Felicia. This place ain't for me. Come to find out, a lot of the girls that were working there left like that. They were like the same for me. They were already doing their job. They knew what they were doing. That they were, I think it had to be something with that lady, the owner, because she was such a freaking rude person. Anyway, so where did I go next? So the next stop, was, let me see. Oh, okay. So this place was, and what is it? I think it was owned by a couple. I think they were Vietnamese. I remember that. And she was sweet in the beginning, but this was probably the worst place out of all of them. Ugh, it gets me hot thinking about it. Anyway, oh my gosh. Anyway, so I went to this place. My friend from the nail school that when I traded into the morning classes, I met her and she was like, yeah, I can get you a job. I'm like a manager here now. So I was like, cool. So I go there and they were like, yeah, they're always willing to teach you, blah, 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 blah. But kind of find out all they wanted you to do was break your back to do pedicure, maybe a manicure, maybe a gel manicure if you were lucky, but they would never give you an acrylic set, nothing like that, like as if they didn't want you to make no money. I'm like, what do they want me to break my back all day just for pedicures? Like, no, I'm not gonna make no money just doing $20 pedicures, you know? This place was not high end. It was just like a basic, probably 3 to 4 star nail salon, right? So I was just like, this is this place just seems gross, because a lot of stuff, like their tables were just gross. They would not sanitize properly. You know, I just came out of nail school. I know how you're supposed to sanitize, sterilize, clean, disinfect, blah, blah, blah. And I'm gonna show you an example. So like this tool, right? The nippers, anything, the nipper, the pusher, everything. They wanted you.
Mom,
Yeah. Okay, baby, that's
I
fine.
didn't eat that much.
Okay. My son. Anyway, they wanted you to just pretend this is a rag. It's not a rag, but like a towel. They wanted you to take the towel and just like clean it with water and not sterilize it, not clean it, not disinfect it, not sterilize, nothing. Literally take a towel, clean it. Like, what if there's blood on it? What if there's fungus on it? Like, they were so freaking nasty. And I was like, aren't you supposed to put that in barbicide or something?
Like whatever you learn in school, you keep it there.
And I was like, okay. And then that was like the first red flag. So I was like already like, dang, should I leave now? What should I do? I need money. What am I gonna do? So then, what happened? So then I remember my friend was like, yeah, you should just practice while you're here. And I was just like, I don't know. Second day, she was like, well, because she was gonna get married or whatever, so she was like, I'm not gonna be here anymore for a couple of days. And come and find out, she was actually not even thinking about staying there. She was like, she had already been there for like a year, I think, or not a year, was it? No, she had already been there for a couple months, because I went there after the high-end place a couple months after, so she was already there for like a couple months, I think. So then she was like, yeah, I'm getting married and I don't think I'm coming back. And I was like, so besides the whole nipper thing, I went back the second day. I don't know why. Somebody killed me for that, because I don't know what the heck, but I'm kind of glad I went, because then I started to realize that this place ain't for me. These types of places are not for me. They also the lady was just rude. She just got mad because the girl one day was like, okay, this is what you do. There was another girl telling me something like, this is what you do, show me around the salon, with the other girl when my friend wasn't there. And I was like, okay. And the girl supposedly told me that it was my day. It was my freaking first or second day there. She was like, it's your day to do the towels, which is fine. I get it. You gotta start as soon as you start. But she didn't tell me when, what time, anything. You know, I was just overwhelmed because I was learning everything the first day. So, you know, that was my mistake. I guess I didn't know. They were acting like I was like a pro there or something. Like I should have known better. But I was new. Like I was learning. This is new to me. I didn't even know that you were supposed to help and wash towels. Like, okay, whatever. I know jobs are like that. But like I said, it wasn't in my, like it wasn't like something I was used to. Like, oh, I'm going to go to work today. Today's my day to fold and wash towels. Like, no. So I think in the midday, the lady, I was doing a pedicure, and she asked, the lady was like, we'll call her Molly. Kind of sounds like her real name. We'll call her Molly, the salon owner or whatever. So Molly was like, while she was doing a pedicure next to me, I was doing a pedicure or whatever. Because, you know, the owners usually don't like to do pedicures, which is fine. You're the owner, whatever. But when she had to, she did it. So that was good on her. But she was like being rude and passive aggressive in front of clients to me. I was so mad, because she said, what did she say? She was like, she was like, I need a towel. She asked somebody to get a towel. They were like, there's no towels there. And she looked at me and she was like, why didn't you wash the towels? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Everything was coming to me so fast that I forgot that she mentioned that. And then she was like getting red in the face, mad as hell. I don't know. Is that a bad word? I don't think it's a place, right? I shouldn't say it, whatever. Anyway, she was like, you should have known, you should have done it. It was your day. It was day 2, but whatever. It was your day to do the towels. And then my daughter's over there screaming at the TV. Anyway, she was like, it was your day to do the towels. And she got mad. She looked at her client. She was massaging the client, right? She was massaging the client's legs. And she was like,
don't you love when I give you massages when I'm angry?
And then the client looked at her like, and I was like, On top of that, they didn't let me eat when I needed to, and not when I wanted to, when I needed to, because I hadn't eaten all day. I was like starving. There was just back-to-back pedicures, and then she was like saying passive aggressive stuff, and I was looking at her like, bitch, did you just try me in front of this lady? And then she was just like,
you need to do towels and
you need to do it. And I'm looking at her like, bitch, this is my first day, or not my first day, but my second day, literally my first week. I don't even think I made it to day 3. I don't know. Oh yeah, because I didn't come back. I think I just came back from my check. So after she said that, I went to the back of the I guess where you eat, whatever. And I was like not feeling well. I was kind of sick because I was hungry. I didn't eat all day. So I got a headache because I didn't eat anything. I didn't drink anything. And this was new to me. I didn't know salons were like that. You know, they didn't explain anything to me. So basically when you work in a salon, always take food, snacks, everything. Even if you're busy, try to eat some almonds, something, because you're going to be busy if you're willing to work in a nail salon. Not all nail salons are horrible, guys. Don't make it seem like, I'm not trying to make it seem like that, but this one particular one was horrible. I told her, I was like, I'm gonna go home. And she was like,
okay.
And I just went home. Then she calls me when I got home. I was not planning on coming back, by the way. She calls me. Oh no, before I left, she told me in front of the client. I just remember. I'm so glad it was a long time ago, guys. This was probably 2015, right? So then she tells me in front of the lady, in front of the client, that she's doing the pedicure. She's like,
I'm gonna need to talk to you later.
And I was like, okay. So then I go home. She calls me. And I was like ready. I knew she was going to call me, so I was ready to go off on her. She was like,
yeah, I don't think it's going to work out.
Because I told you to do the towels. I knew to do the towel. And I was like, first of all, Molly, you were being rude. You're being passive aggressive. That is not acceptable to me. I'm a person. You're being rude. You're the boss. Supposedly, you should act like a better boss, because that was rude. I wasn't feeling well. I hadn't eaten. This is new to me. And I understand when things are new. Well, I don't know. I don't understand why she wouldn't understand that when you're training somebody new just out of school. She knew I was just out of school. I don't know why she's acting like that. So I told her, I told her about her. So I was like, you're being rude. You shouldn't have spoken to me like that in front of a client, talking about,
don't you love when I give you a massage when I'm angry?
And I was like, oh my gosh, I wanted to punch her so bad. Anyway, so don't punch people, guys. Anyway, so yeah, so that happened. I told her off on the phone. I was like, I wasn't planning to come back anyway because of that. I felt very disrespected, and I don't understand what your problem was. It was one mistake. So then she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. You know what? Come tomorrow. I'll help you with whatever. Then I was like, no, thank you. I don't need to come back. And she was like, oh, okay, I understand. If you do, you could always call. No. Anyway, that was the worst, because I don't like that. No, don't talk to me like that. I don't care where I am. When I go, because I'm telling you guys, this is why I cannot work for nobody. Because when I used to work for people, I'm so nice. I try to be that team member that's like, I'm gonna, I want to grow your business. I want to help you. I want, I'm getting paid for a reason. I want your company to do well. And plus, when you're doing well at work, it makes the day go by fast, right? I'm that type of person that's like, what do you need from me? I'm gonna get it done. And so for people to act like that, like not understand, people are human. That people make mistakes. People are not perfect, and don't like belittle people. Don't talk down on people. That's not right, So that is why I can't work for somebody else. I can't work in a salon because it's like that. A lot of them are. That was the second place. So third place. This salon was a great, beautiful salon. It looked like they invested so much time, money, thought into the salon. It was I asked the owner. She said it was her and a couple of her friends, and her husband. She's Vietnamese, I think, or Korean. I don't know which one. and her husband is like a white male, and they have, I think, see guys, this is what I mean. Your friends, you guys gotta empower each other to grow. Some people don't understand that, but anyway, see, and they have more than this one place. So this was just one of the places that they owned. They have a couple, I think, in my area in Florida. So this place is beautiful. As soon as you walk in, it's like tranquility and essence and flowers and like beautiful flooring, beautiful marble tables, beautiful private room, guys. And it was expensive, but it was not that expensive. So there was clients that would get like the $60 pedicure, or you could get the $30 pedicure, and they took their time. So when I went there, I was like, I like this place, but okay, I got there, and like I said, I still barely had any experience. I didn't know how to do anything. I still, to this day, don't understand the dip trend, but whatever. I'm trying to get into learning how to do, not the dip, but the pour method, but it's still like a next gen brand nail or resin acrylic. I don't know how to explain that. So I didn't do a lot of dip stuff. A lot of the clients there were like dip clients, next gen clients, and they barely did acrylic dip. That's what the lady told me, the owner. Let's call her, I'm gonna call her, let's see, Layla or something. Nah, yeah, let's call her just Layla. So Layla, she was sweet though. She knew that I really had experience. All she wanted to show me was like, all she wanted me to show her was if I could do nails, basic nails, if I could do a basic pedicure. So she was really sweet. She was what do they call that? She was micromanaging everything. So everything had to be to the T. So she had the girl, oh guys, and the girl that I went to the first place was working at that place, I think later on. Oh yeah, I didn't work with her actually though, so never mind. So, but at this place, they had this little bar. So if the client wanted to get like a lavender scented pedicure or a, I don't know, mango scented something, I don't know. They had so many different pedicures. These were special, oh, I almost said the salon name. These were special, this salon's name, pedicures. So the pedicures, those were pricey, the ones that were like special pedicures, and then there was the basic pedicures. So when she was trying to explain to me the more luxurious pedicures, there was a big bar. Hold on, I got a timer on me. Okay, there was this big beautiful bar with a marble table, flowers up the hoo-ha. There was drawers with beautiful microfiber towels. Guys, this place, they thought about everything for this place. So you had to grab a white dish, and the dish had like compartments, like little dishes, and like they look kind of like, well, chef dishes or something, but like the white nice ones that you would put like condiments on or something. So there was like 4. So on one was the scrub, and then the little other dish was the lotion. What else? Scrub, lotion, guys, I can't remember nothing. And the other stuff, whatever. Anyway, it had all the nice stuff there. And you had to get a little specific brush. So you took it to the client. And you know, you took your tools. Everything, guys, everything there was sterilized perfectly. They had a sterilizer machine there, like an autoclave or something really strong, like that they use in hospitals, right? So everybody had a job every day. So one day was my turn to do towels. My day was the sterilizer thing, the machine. So this place was really, really clean. I really liked that about it. But I hated the part where they were like, oh, once you're done doing a pedicure, go to the back, as if we were like dogs, like locked up, couldn't come out because it looked too crowded or too noisy. You weren't allowed to talk next to each other. Like you weren't allowed to talk to nobody. So I didn't like that. It just felt weird because of that. It just felt like we were like nail machines that we're only here to do your pedicure and we go back to that room. You know, it was weird. So I was like, why can't we go on? Whatever. The tips were great because we were in a nice area. The people were sweet. The clients were nice. It was nice clientele because of the area. It wasn't like the snooty clients. I have another. Oh, I'm gonna tell you guys about the last place. So yeah, they were good clients. The receptionist was so sweet. I think she was like a friend of my cousin's when they were little or something. She looks so familiar. But anyway, she was sweet. Who else? And the manager, it was like she would micromanage, but she was so picky, nitpicky, but not to the point where it was annoying. But at one point, I was just like, I think I just had so much anxiety, you guys, because I was going through a lot around that time. I was just like, I don't want to be here. The same for me. It's a beautiful place. I love the people were not that great though, because there was some people that were sweet. Some of the workers, most of the workers were sweet. 90% of them, they were sweet. The other girls, but there was this one girl, and she had my name, you guys. So when I started working there, Layla was like, the owner, she was like, you can't have your name. And I was like, why? And she was like, we already have a Laura. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, so what does that mean? And she was like, we're gonna have to give you a nickname. And I was like, what? And then I was like, okay, like what? Like I've never really been called anything in my life that wasn't my name. Like I don't think there's like, yeah, I don't think, I'm not used to people giving me nicknames. So when they were trying to call me out of my name, I was like, this is weird. Like I don't like that. It gave me a weird feeling. I don't know why. So she was like, you can pick your name, because she was trying to be nice about it. I was like, I can't think of anything that's not my name. And it just felt weird. So then she was like, what about Lola? And I was like, Lola? Like, what the heck? And I was like, okay. I was like, whatever. And by the way, you did get paid really well there, so that was a plus. But so like I said, there's not that many bad places. There's also nice places like this. I mean, I think that's just the thing that just made me feel some type of way. If you guys don't mind being called something else, like a nickname, then you probably would have been okay. But I was like, like whatever. Anyway, so the other Laura that was working there was such a bitch. Like this girl was just a bee. They told, because I didn't know how to do dip nails, so Layla was kind enough to be like, you can go and watch. She was like, Lola. So I was like, when I would say Lola, they wanted me to turn quick, like as if that's been my name since birth. Like, no, that's new to me. So they'd be like, Lola, and I'd be like, la 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 in my world, and be like, Lola, and I'd be like, oh yeah, that's me, I forgot. Anyway, so they were like, Lola, do you want to watch Laura? And I kind of felt like, right, I was like, how come she gets to keep her name? But I mean, whatever, I get it. It was just annoying. They just said it was because they couldn't have two, because either if you got a tip, they wouldn't know which one. And you know how they would put us in the back, like they just didn't want it to be a big thing. And if somebody called for an appointment, they wanted the clients to be able to differentiate us from each other. And they were like, it's so funny because they're both Mexican and they're both named Laura. So anyway, she told me if I wanted to watch Laura do a dip so I could learn. And I was like, sure. And I go and sit next to Laura, and I'm looking at her, and she's looking at me like this, you guys. So she's doing nails, and I'm just like, and she's looking at me like, and I'm just like, okay, and she don't want me to watch her. And then every time I would look, she'd just look at me stank as heck. Stank AF. She'd be like, and I'd just be like, okay. So I was like, you know what? I don't like being here. I just didn't. So, besides that girl, I didn't really have a problem with that place. I think I was just not, I just, in my heart and in my mind, I knew that it just wasn't for me. Like, I just didn't want to be there. And it wasn't so much because of the place. I don't know. I think like something was telling me that this was not where I was supposed to be in my life at the moment. That I was supposed to seek better or something. You know, you guys, like, if you're not happy, it may take you so long to get to where you want to be, but that journey, that journey is hard, I'm not gonna lie, but the journey is really worth it. So, or the end result is really worth it. So yeah, so one day I just told her, I'm like, I can't work here anymore. And I lied, and I was like, yeah, you know, my boyfriend doesn't want me to work on this day and that day. And I lied, or I don't have time because of my son or something like that. And she was like, oh, that's okay, can you at least work Saturday and Sunday? And I was like, I was like, maybe that'll work. So I tried it. And then the first time I did it, I told him, like, no, honestly, I just can't. I don't have time to drive all the way over here. I was just using every excuse. So I told her, thank you for the opportunity, but I won't be working here no longer. And I just came the next week and I picked up my check and that was it. So yeah, that was not the worst place though. So that was like the most decent place that I worked at. And the last place, I was not a nail tech at this place. I was, what was I doing? Oh, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about the last place, I kind of know why I left. Because I think I was so frustrated. I was so frustrated because I couldn't figure out how to do anything. Like, this place doesn't even do acrylic nails, and I really wanted to do acrylic nails. I wasn't really into the dips. So I was like, oh, this is not where I want to be. I felt like I couldn't be creative. Like, I think that's what it was, guys. I couldn't be creative. And now that I'm talking about it, now it's like making me remember why. Like, I just couldn't deal with being somewhere. Granted, there's a lot of places now that they're opening up. They want to be salons where they let their techs be more free, make more money, you know what I mean? So it's great that there's salons out there that people are opening these places up for those nail techs that are more into the long nails, the bling, the designs, everything. Because these places were basically so basic. So the last place, guys, the very last place was in a very like rich area, basically next to a country club, basically almost near the country club, that all these rich snowbirds, guys, remember I live in Florida, so these snowbird people, women, older women that only get a overlay next gen set, you know what I mean? So all they do is get next gen. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna apply for this job. I found it on Craigslist, I think. This was 2016 or so. No, this was 2017. Yes, this was 2017, around October. No, around September. And I left in October. So I went in September, or maybe it was October, I don't know. It was around that time. And is my highlight gone? Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. So I need some coffee. Okay. So this place was, like I said, in a rich area. Old ladies that basically get next gen, whatever. Anyway, so I go in and I was like, I'm not gonna apply. I saw the ad on Craigslist and I was like, okay, so mostly all these places were from Craigslist, guys. Yeah, every single one of these places wasn't from Craigslist. Anyway, so I saw the ad on Craigslist that they were looking for a front desk receptionist, because at this point I was done. I'm not doing nails no more. I can't no more. I'm done with it. I'm over it. I don't care for it no more. I was like, guys, I'm telling you, if you're starting, you're gonna get to that point where you're like, I can't do this. I'm annoyed. I can't figure it out. You know what I mean? I couldn't figure out how to, where to work, what kind of place I want to work at, what to do. I couldn't, it was just, I was all over the place. So remember, I finished school in 2014. So I was doing other jobs in between these jobs, these nail jobs. So it's not like I was just not doing nothing. So I was literally going to other jobs, like babysitting jobs, or where else was I working at? Other jobs, like, other stuff. So, oh yeah, working at a clinic. Oh, I forgot I worked at it. Oh my gosh, that's a different story time. But I worked at a clinic as an adult tech too. Dang, I forgot about that. Okay. I'll tell you guys that actually, a little story about that, because that's a whole nother funny story. Okay, now that story is crazy. So let's go to the other one. So the other place, not the last place, because now I'm gonna add one more. So this place, the place where the country club ladies came or whatever, I applied, they gave me the job right away because I was bilingual. So that place was kind of annoying because I thought like, okay, I'm not doing nails, this can't be stressful. So guys, I can't look at a freaking computer all day. Like my eyes would hurt, my head would hurt. So there was a girl training me for like 3 weeks. So she would be there to make sure I was doing everything right. So at the end of the night, she would leave before I did, and somehow my drawer was exactly every single time $5 short. I don't know why. I don't know why. So then again, I'm so bad at math, so it's probably just me. So the guy was always like, oh no, it's okay, like it's fine, it's just $5, whatever. So like I was like taking money, and if I was taking 5 looks, like, that guy was probably like, whatever, but I wasn't taking money. I would never, you know what I mean? So he was like, no, it's fine. And his wife would be like, she's missing $5. They were both Chinese too, so not that I was trying to mock the Chinese accent, I was just making an annoying voice. She was like, she's missing $5, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, like, I don't know what happened, because like I said, I wasn't the only person controlling the drawer. So then the husband's like, that's fine. And it happened like 3 times, guys. I'm bad at math, so I'm hoping like I didn't get shortchanged, but that's probably what happened. So she just kept making a big deal, which I understand. It's your salon, you don't want a thing to happen, money going missing. But she was so rude about it. Like, she just made me feel some type of way, and the monitor was making my head hurt every day, and I was like, I can't, like, I'm done. And there was this girl that she was like, why are you up front if you're a nail tech? You should be doing nails. And she was telling me how she makes like over $700 a week, and I was like, well, that's good, but I don't know if it was for me, you know? Like, money, yeah, money's nice, but if it's like, if you're not happy where you're working, then what the hell is the point? That's how I see it. I'm not gonna go to work mad as hell every day because of it. So I ended up leaving, and I'm gonna tell you guys the other place. So I ended up leaving. I told them that I wasn't coming back, and they were like, whoa, why? To them it was too sudden. They train you for 3 weeks, and by the time it was 3 weeks, I'm like, now this lady's a bee. I'm done. I don't know why I'm like that, guys. I'm like the mom from Everybody Hates Chris. Like, I don't need this. My man has 2 jobs, or I don't need this job, you know. But whatever. I was just like, no, this is not like worth my happiness. So I left. I was done. The ladies, they were rude because they were rich. Not that all rich people are rude, but they were just like rude, snotty. And they're from up north. You know, people from up north are a little bit more feisty. But I hear Floridians are too, so I don't understand. But they were a little bit ruder than the average Floridian. So basically I left. Didn't come back, and let me tell you guys about the other place. So the other place was a clinic. The clinic was oh, this is like probably a year after I graduated. Okay, so yeah, that was the clinic I was working at. I know, I was working at a clinic. It's weird. So the funny story is, like, I remember looking for jobs on there, and it was like an ad that said, oh, nail tech, looking for a nail tech for a clinic. And I was like, what? And then they were like, looking for manager, whatever. But I never like thought about anything. I didn't even thought about like contacting them. One day they contacted me because I had an ad on Craigslist advertising that I do nails or whatever. I was a nail tech looking for a job. So they contacted me. I go to the job. The girl was the manager was so sweet. They were like, this is a new clinic. Hi. What's that? Maximum. I don't know. This is a new clinic, and we need somebody ASAP, and they hired me and another girl. It was great. The place was nice. The girls there were sweet. I don't know. I guess it was just a clinic that needed nail techs for a separate room. There was a nail room for the patients to relax. I thought that was cool. Yeah, so my manager was amazing. She was so sweet. She was like, oh my gosh, you do such a good job. She was just that person. Like, she was so sweet. Till this day, I still talk to her. She's so sweet. She actually works on her own terms too. But I don't want to make it a big story because I want to do a separate whole story time for this. So yeah, I go there, and it was just like, let's make this a short story because I want to expand on this story in another video. But this place was just ratchet. Like, it was so out of order. Everything was a mess. One day they decided to fire everybody and then rehire everybody, and some people just got mad and they didn't come back. I did, and yeah, I'm gonna leave this for another story, but that's it. So if you guys want to hear that, comment down below. It's like crazy if I tell you guys. You guys will be like this the whole time, like, yeah. Okay guys, so I'm gonna leave it at that. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm, so that other people can see my channel, my videos, and that way you guys are helping me in a free way to grow my channel so I can continue to give you guys these videos. Please subscribe if you're new, and if you have been here before and you aren't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, guys. I try to show you guys as much as I can, and if you ever want me to do a video on any specific subject, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching once again. Have a great one, guys. Bye.